In the midst of an East Coast snowstorm, a look inside Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from a snowy Philadelphia. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it. I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
Second down, Jackson. And it's into the hands of Flowers.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. In motion comes Andrews. On third down, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Raven first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now This defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
They'll send Flowers in motion. Henry is in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, it's funny, Mike, I think in conditions like this, when you play games in these elements, everyone assumes it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and it's actually the contrary. The offense knows where they're going. They can collect their feet, they can collect their way, but it's the defense that is more of a reactive state, and those are the guys that have a hard time keeping their footing. You see them slipping and falling, so early offensive success doesn't really surprise me, and now they have the ability to play from a lead.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So, here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Barkley. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but he's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down, but now, after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Take Bigsby, the man he was looking for that time. And now it's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And good coverage by Hutchie. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Ravens offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets this one up to the 28-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
One quarter in the books. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it, second down and 12 to go. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense about ready to get going. On their 2nd possession, they'll begin with 1st and 10. To start the drive, and the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Draymond Jones able to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. One of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake, Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to run here with Barkley. He'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the first down.
A 7-yard gain. And an Eagles first down.
And the thing about Saquon is he's not just a home run hitter, Mike. I mean, we see all those highlight long chunk plays that he's able to generate, but he knows in these gotta-have-it moments, 3rd and short situations, he's going to pick up those tough yards when you need them.
And that one going to be closed down to the back Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On third down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
At the 49-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
That's another.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Of scrimmage.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Hurts. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Marlon Humphrey, the man there, to break that one up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Big-time play for Philly. 35 yards.
Simply put, you just have to be more disciplined along the back end, Mike, especially when you're playing against a quarterback like this. I mean, his ability to identify mismatches so quickly and then target them with the ball.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. A low-scoring game, all tied. Third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run the toss to Barkley. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's good.
Well, they find themselves in a tight game here in the second half, and they're thinking, we got to get this guy going. He hasn't done much up until this point, but man, you talk about making a play when your team needed it. That's the kind of play that sparks the offense, and now see if they can finish this drive with some points.
And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of game.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
At the 28-yard line.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
A pass caught by Saquon. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. And it's third down coming up.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Now Hurts going to call his own number.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Ravens offense ready for their first possession of this second half. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Ravens bring their punt team out as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. On the return, it's Covey. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. on second down. Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
That's good.
14 on the pickup. Good for an Eagles first down.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
And tough for defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Taken down after a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flower. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And he will have the Ravens first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. Now Henry.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here is 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a fourth down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Back up to his own goal line. Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith.
Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Bigsby. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Like, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide. Of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
Jackson now on 2nd down, throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Raven 1st down.
It's a gain of 23
Really nice
yards.
job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Open man is beaten. He's got him. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
It is 2nd and 6. In motion comes Andrews. On the handoff, it's Henry. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And that will not do it. They took the chance on this opening possession of overtime, but they lose possession as they turn it over on downs.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. the gun. They're going to run, and it's Bigsby. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
We're not real accustomed to seeing these sort of plays out of this guy. He's more of the dirty work, kind of behind-the-scenes role player, but tell you what, he keeps coming through for this offense, and he's going to find himself with a couple more touches.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. That's Goddard in motion. Off the play fake. Hurts. Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Smith. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
To the air again. Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On play action, here's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Hurts. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This one to win it in overtime. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This one he's got to have. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range.
makes the
It
score
took overtime,
Eagles 10,
but they will
Ravens
walk
7.
off the field with the victory. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.